Hello guys and welcome to another episode of Bite Size Gaming. For this episode we have From Dust, game released back in August from Ubisoft. In this game you are a god of swords, and in your hands you have the life of many villagers that you have to secure their living. Those are the villagers. Now I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys just a little bit of how the game plays. As you can see, this is little cursor that you see here. That's supposed to be me. I guess it's like a little deity for these villagers, and my powers are that I can actually move land as I will. You can see here, this is what I do. I absorb the elements and carry them around it with me, and then I can move them and throw them to different places and sections. So you can see here, it's I guess this is the very definition of a sandboxy game. My role in this game is to actually form paths for my villagers to traverse through the different worlds. In this world, you can see here, it's already completed. There's this villagers here, this one over here, and then this one over here. My role was to actually make that road for them. Now you can see here, I can go ahead and move this land out. I can move water too, by the way. I can move any kind of element that I find. I can, besides stone, obviously, I can move if there's like a lava, I can move that as well. Alright, here I started the map from the very beginning, so you guys can see the actual progression of the game. Now, I actually have to bring these guys. These are my little tribal folk. I have to bring them over to these little statues. Now, when they actually get to those statues, they build their village. The problem is that I actually have to build a road for them, and that is the purpose of the game. So as you can see, I'm gonna go ahead and grab some sand here and put it here to stop the water. Now I'll actually have to put a bunch more of them back to stop the water from coming. The way the water works in this game is very realistic, in terms that if you actually build a dam, then the water does increase over time. If you have, like, for example, a little pool, it will obviously increase. Otherwise it will just continue the flow with a bigger stream to whatever other side the water can flow into. So you have to keep that in mind. It's very realistic in that way. So as you can see, this should be it here. For myself a little dam here, and the water now flows to the other side. Now with the path open, I can signal my my tribal guys to just go ahead and walk over there. Now there are many things that you have to be careful, because each map is different in its way and in the dangers that it poses to villagers, and there are many different things that can actually happen. Sometimes you'll be getting floods from the water, like giant tsunamis may come, or there might be some sort of volcano that erupts and whatnot, and it's your role as their god to protect them from those dangers. So using your powers to move elements, you create little fortifications for them, depending on where the actual danger comes from. But besides that, the role of the actual game is to proceed building as many villages as you can. So you have to bring them over to these statues. In this map there are 3, as you can see. And you have to bring them over to these 3 statues for this map, so they can build their village. You'll see here, they're gonna start up. They'll cleanse the land, put some nice trees in there, and they'll build over. So as soon as you actually put them up on these 3 different totems, then you will be able to actually proceed to the end part of the mission, which in this case is here. You see this little door here. Once you finish up the 3 villages, then this starts shining, and then you have to actually bring them over here and then it's just a matter of building a little road for them. We can see here that there's no actual river coming inside there. What you do here, for example, you just plug these little water entrances. There's little geysers here, just plug them over, and that's it. We don't have any more water coming in, and as soon as you don't have any more water coming in, then you can actually go ahead and you can even remove the water. It does take a while, but you can do it that way. Otherwise, then you can just simply build a little road for them like this. It's usually faster. Besides that, you get actual abilities. Depending on how many totems how many villages you have per map, you do get abilities. You see here, jelly water on the top right, on the top left. I mean, sorry. You get jelly water or evaporate and stuff. What this do, as you can see here, I have the jelly water upgrade. This converts water into jelly for some seconds. You see there, I have 34 seconds left. And it lets me, I guess you can say, it stops time on water. I guess you can see it that way as well. And it lets me do this. Now, as soon as I take it, this is nice to form a path. It's a little quick path for my people to fall in. The problem is that as soon as the timer runs out, it goes back to normal. And you can see here. You have to be careful with where you put water, because as you see now, I created this little river here. And I overflowed it. My little road here, because I put a lot of water in at the same time. It creates waves, and those waves they can be dangerous if you have a lot of them. Now, as you see here, I created this little connection with the geyser here by accident. So you have to be careful in many different ways, but you do get different powers, and there are different missions have different dangers you have to accomplish. You can also you see here that there's actual trees. Look, trees in there. Another part of the missions that you can actually do in this game is complete the map full of trees. That actually gives you bonuses and a little bit more of the storyline. You get extras in the game by filling the entire map with trees. You can do that by putting water on them. In this case, you can see here I put water, and then it increases. This is it for this map because this is an arid desert. Otherwise, on normal maps, the actual forest grows by itself. As long as there's water nearby and everything. So, go ahead and put a little bit more here. You can see, yeah. And there's besides the totems where they build their villages, there's different stuff. Like for example, this one. It says here, this stone contains the repel water power. Press spacebar to send a man to bring it back to the village. So if I get a man here, there's our little powers that you can get throughout the map that helps you out depending on what dangers you guys have. This one, repel water, pretty much means that there will be some sort of bubble around my villages, preventing surges of water to actually go close to it. So if there's like a tsunami then my village is actually safe. Or if I by mistake fill my village with water, like what I could do here. You see I can actually do that. You have to be careful. There's a little geyser here that sprouts water that actually prevents my village from getting flooded, which is pretty cool. So you just have to keep an eye out on every upgrade that you can see around. But with that, I'm gonna go ahead and leave you guys with this. It's a little Enhanced with From Dust. It's a pretty cool game from Ubisoft. You guys should definitely try it out. It's pretty cool for those of you who enjoy God games or just sandboxy games. It's a pretty neat game. There are many missions that you can actually do and many objectives in those missions, and there are also challenges outside of the campaign where you can actually complete different types of objectives throughout the game, which is pretty cool. But yeah, with that I'm gonna leave you guys with this. If you guys enjoyed the video, please go ahead and put a like on the video. It really helps me out, and add some comments. If you're looking forward to seeing more videos from me, just go ahead and subscribe. I'll put an annotation here. and that will alert you when I put more videos in. So hope you guys enjoyed, and see you guys next time. Rhexx out.